somebody please find me? Yippee, yippee, you found Silly Puppy.
Gonna edit that out. Remember to edit that out. Don't I look fantastic at sundown? In fact, the less light, the better. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Monkey Shine Lab, Mobile Unit 1, otherwise known as the Maroon Marauder. We are here at another disappointment, this time because I need dog food. No cat supplies, taking care of the cats now. It's just that ungrateful mutt. Excellent. So I have to go get the dog food and be home before sundown. And the sun is getting down there. So, avant! That means get your ass moving. What's happening? Fresh case of Matchbox. No, I haven't seen these ugly Peugeot things here anyway. So at least, new to the store. But nothing that we're looking for. Oh, by the way, Stars and Stripes set's still available. Just to show you what I goof off with when I'm just looking for a little bit of a challenge. This is a Matchbox Skymaster or something of that nature. It's a line of Diecast. But as you can see, it's not a car, it is a biplane. And what I really like to do is hang stuff like this so that it's up out of the way and or it kind of looks cool with all my other hanging stuff. And the other thing I like to do is to find the single point hang. So I will tie a loop around something, but I won't harness it from 3 points or 4 points, which is something that you usually do when you're hanging something. But I really enjoy sitting there trying to figure out how to get the balance point just right off of just a piece of monofilament fishing line. So as you can see here, or can't, I have found the point right there in front of the pilot, and interestingly enough, there's a tiny little nub maybe from a casting point or something. But it's interesting that it's very near the balance point there, just in front of the cockpit. Anyway, let me see if I can get this tightened down, and then I will show you how it hangs, so to speak. Now, the knot is right there, and I'm going to have to get the balance point left to right a little better. But as you can see, it will float real freely from one point. And now I put a tack in the ceiling, and I'm done. Let me show you the finished project here. And there it is, pretty well balanced off of a single point. And it's just it's a hobby, it's a sickness. But it's also a good way of getting models that you have built up out of the way. That's a Batman over there, a swimming Batman that Andre gave me. You can suspend all sorts of different action figures from the ceiling, or in this case, Rodan. The Vulture, the old school version of the Vulture, which really screwed me up as a kid. My Hey Jersey, here's my concession to Star Wars. I built a Darth Vader Raider or whatever. He's in there too. You can see. And then, you know, stuff that I've found at the flea market, action figures. That's a Black Widow for a change around the house. I've got the Wasp up here, and in the back there, suspended off of one line, is the Gargoyle King. You know, I've created a little mobile, if you will, of Rodan and Mothra and flying around, and get the Green Lantern up there. Kind of giving you a quick tour of the studio here, but this is the way I get these models sort of up out of my way. Okay, so when I'm done building them, they're up there, they can be appreciated, but they're not taking up shelf space. Just an idea for you. Give it a shot. It is a constant battle around here to innovate with a very, very small amount of space. This room is not much more than you can see. And then the cameras are on, and the lighting is right on the other side of it. So I'm always looking for ways to display my stuff so that I don't have to get rid of stuff. Because I like stuff. Don't we all like stuff? Speaking of stuff, I have some stuff here I'm going to show you really quick, because I do want to talk about how, though I hate them as a corporation, every once in a while you can really get some stinging, smoking deals at your local Walmart. And so that's where several of these first ones came from, but I just wanted to show them off really quick and go, hey, I finally got these. The purple code means like something like $8. I think it's like $7 and some, like $7.97 or something like that. So I picked up the new Dune. I have every other cinematic and book form of that, and I do love the story a lot. Frank Herbert was a big part of my teenage years reading those Dune books. So I want to see what they've done with it. It doesn't look like anything spectacular or original, but you know, we'll see. I mean, if you really want to see an original take on it, that would be Jodorowsky or Jodorowsky, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Jodorowsky's Dune would be the most magnetic version, and it wasn't made, but there is a documentary about it, if you're interested, called Jodorowsky's Dune. Do I have it easily enough? You want to hear like stuff fall in the closet? You don't care. Jodorowsky's Dune. You can rent it, and there are places to buy it digitally. But I would advise, of course, buying the Blu-ray, because he's an amazing director. It's a big adult portion every time you sit down to watch one of his movies, because he's like on the borderline of crazy, but his art is amazing. Super cheap copy, $9 and some, of Morbius on Blu-ray, and Mortal Kombat, as I told you about in yesterday's show. But like I said, this is if you are building your own library like we have here at the lab. Just the few select pieces that you really like, or films that constantly make you and your companion laugh, or get scared by, or whatever. I advise to get a disc copy of it, so that if the two of you wake up in the middle of the night, you can watch it together, and you don't have to worry about if you got the streaming service or not. Okay. And then two others that I got in the mail because they were really cheap, and keep your eye on all this sort of stuff on Amazon now too, because this is where I got Battle Angel Alita, the new live action version of it that was put out a couple of years ago, which is actually outstanding, and very, very dedicated and true to the anime. If you've not seen that, you can find it easily here on YouTube. I will not put down links because I don't know how legal it is. I'm just going to tell you it's out there if you search. And it's been out there on YouTube for a really long time, so don't worry about it. It's not like you're breaking any laws watching it. But anyway, you can watch the original anime on YouTube for free, and then check this out. I would definitely advise it. I think it was really, really well done. And then this will crack some of you up, I'm sure, but the new 4K restoration on DVD. So anyway, yeah, 10K, 12K, 15K restoration on DVD of Lucio Fulci's Zombie, which is the unofficial sequel or sister picture of the 1978 film by George Romero called Dawn of the Dead. Fulci and Romero got very close at this time, and Fulci wanted to make his own version of Romero's film in Italy, and it is surprisingly good, with some, still to this day, gut-churning effects and makeups. So check that out. And again, that was only $10 for the 4K restoration on DVD. So, I don't know what that means. A DVD is capable of producing up to 720p, which, limits the amount of that 4K that's going to come jumping off the disc at you. But it's been a hard film to find on its own, because it is a cult classic, fan favorite, probably top 5 zombie film of all time. So anyway, I hear my beautiful wife getting out of the bathtub, so I'm gonna go spend time with her. Anyway, if you like what you've seen here today, a very small hunt and a couple of things here at the bench just of interest, please like, share, and subscribe. What's going on out there right now is that, again, they're clearing the decks for Dark Thursday or Black Tuesday, whatever it is, the big sale day that used to happen around the other holiday that used to happen that we don't do here anymore in America because it's unfashionable. And, God knows if the Native Americans had it all to take back again. And who could blame them? I'd throw my white ass out of the country too. Anyway, if you like what you've seen, folks, again, seek help. But if you haven't sought help, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps us out if you subscribe. The other thing that I'm going to punch in the nose about here is that Nostalgic will be having the Ukraine benefit auction on Saturday the 19th. Please check in with his channel for all up-to-date information on that. But it's coming in at Saturday the 19th, and I believe he is going to try to set it out so that other time zones around the world can get a shot at getting some of the rarities and customs and all the other stuff. If you are unaware of this auction, please head to Nostalgic here on the YouTubes, and please look into it because it's a very worthy cause. He's been helping people out. It's humanitarian provisions for people affected by the war in Ukraine. So please dig deep, come by early, stay late, and get in there and bid for these things because there's some wonderful, wonderful toys coming up for auction. Anyway, that's all I got to say for tonight. I will see you again very soon. We've got our grandkids this weekend, so that should be fun. It always is. But thanks very much, and we will catch you very, very soon, probably tomorrow, right here on Monkey Shine Lab. Thanks. Oh, kitty. What's the matter, Watson? He's wondering where everybody went. Anyway. Deuces. Wow, look at all that crap hanging up on my head. What?